If you ever want to veer off and do a Frank Stallone podcast, let me know.
No, that won't happen.
Any of you people out there that find humor in this, you're really a sick, vapid person. You got no soul. If you think it's funny, you people should be ashamed of yourself.
Agent Smith is good friends with Frank Stallone.
Jesus.
And I was like, so really, yeah. Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you actually know who I'm talking about?
I don't know, actually.
Okay. I'm going to send you a private message just so you know.
Okay. Now you're gonna accidentally.
Yeah, I know. It's in the private message chat. So if you look to the right of your chat, you'll see a private.
That's who I figured it was.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was putting two and two together. Okay.
All right. Say no more. Okay. He sent me a message. He goes, "Hey Ryan, can we talk?" And I'm like, and I actually wrote back, "As long as you don't get mad at me," because he was listening to our last episode with Frank Stallone in the uniform episode. So he sent me a message. He goes, "Hey, I'm halfway through your episode 9 of Rambo 5, and I want to talk." And I'm like, I'm not even joking. I was because I like the guy and I'm nervous. And he's I almost stated his stature. He's somebody I wouldn't want to mess with. Okay. Anyways, so I said, sure, as long as you don't get mad. He goes, oh no. So we had a great conversation. This is what he said about Frank. You ready?
Oh God, I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for this.
No, and I feel, and not to say that we're not going to make fun of Frank anymore, but there's some context. Apparently, Frank is in bad health. I should say bad health. That's not that I shouldn't say. I got to be careful here. Not bad health. Frank did reveal. Remember when he? So this is all public. So I'm not saying this. Remember when he did the post that he was at that hospital?
Yes,
and we were making fun that it might have been for his hair transplant.
Yes.
So all I can tell you, it wasn't for his hair transplant. It was for a medical issue. That's why he was there. That's what it's for. It was a heart. It was a heart. Remember, it was special.
Yes.
So
we looked it up right at that time. Was it the Mayo Clinic or
the Mayo Clinic? That's right.
Yes.
So we're not breaking any trust with the phone call conversation I had because that was public on Frank's Instagram. So he didn't say why he was there, but if you look up what the clinic specializes in, it specializes in hearts. Okay. So the slurred speech that we heard was because of his medical condition. I know. So now we can't make fun of the slurred.
It's just like the somber tone.
I know. This is the worst Frank episode ever.
You gotta change the whole Frank intro and stuff.
No, we're not changing it. So this is a mini Frank episode because it's a mini update on his. So his condition
in memoriam, if you will.
So this just in, Frank is dead. So Frank Stallone is dead. Frank isn't a spring chicken, obviously. He's 74 years old or whatever he is, 73, 74. So he's no spring chicken. Okay. So his health is an issue. Apparently, now this I will say, the Agent Smith said that the uniform. He is filming a film right now. It's called Veterans Day. This is not a joke. Okay. I know we should have looked this up. So he was in costume. He was literally because we said this. Is he dressing up? He is.
Okay. He was in our defense, he didn't give any
but that's Frank. That's his craziness. That, right. He's trolling us on purpose. So to his credit, he's trolling the people. And he got us. You could argue he got us. We fell for it. We thought he was nuts in the loony bin. So Agent Smith assured us, he said, no, he's actually on set. And this kind of proves that Agent Smith knows what he's talking about because I looked it up. Like, yes, indeed, he is on set. Okay. He's on set right now filming a movie called Veterans Day. This is what it's about. And okay, Dom. So let me just say to people, do not unsubscribe from the Rambo podcast. You have got to keep it on your feet because we're going to end this movie soon. Like probably 3 more episodes.
First question though, is this a starring role?
We're getting the main? Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so I can't stress enough: do not unsubscribe from the Rambo podcast because we'll be doing stuff in the future either Rambo oriented, like the cartoon, or who knows. But definitely there will be more Frank coverage on this. Okay. The movie's called Veterans Day. So what we saw on his Instagram, he was wearing the costume for the movie. The movie's about a group of retired Vietnam vets who turn the border upside down, taking down drug cartels and their connection to a terrorist cell.
Oh boy.
This action-packed story is about a group of well-trained senior citizens who frustrate U.S. law enforcement while taking down the bad guys on both sides of the border.
So this is like a lesser version of the Expendables. This is like the Frank version of the Expendables.
Yeah, this is more like the Dependables. So Frank has third billing on the
cast. Any other info on the cast?
They're nobody.
Nobody?
Frank's the biggest name.
Frank's the biggest name, and he's third billing. Wow.
Yeah, he's third billing, and he's the biggest name. That I can recognize. Now, people might recognize these guys' names and be like, oh, so this movie we are doing on our channel.
100%.
It's been written and directed by an actor named Dave Alspach. He's an actor, writer, producer. He's 83 years old.
Wow.
So he's the writer, director of this movie. I can't wait to watch.
What's the over under that the poster for this movie is going to have just Stallone at the top without the first name?
They've got it. Oh, I should show you. They do have a poster of this thing. Oh my gosh, let me show you this. You've got to see this here.
So strange.
Sure, it is so weird. I don't know if this is a real. This looks horrible, but here's the poster. Look at that poster.
That looks like they make that on paint. From who made that? What did I make that when I was in junior high?
So it shows like a really bad map of the Mexican-California border there. It says Veterans Day, freedom lives. And then the tagline is, we got your sixth.
Oh, God.
That can't be a real movie poster. This is going to be a dog show. I cannot wait. You know how badly I will pay whatever it is to get a copy of this film. We are going to watch
this absolutely.
Film. Okay.
Oh, that's the guy, Daniel Roebuck. He's in a bunch of stuff.
You know that name?
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff. He's he's a character actor. I can still see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he was. Okay.
He's in a bunch of stuff.
All right. He was in the U.S. Marshals and The Fugitive, Final Destination.
He played Jay Leno in an HBO movie about the late night war.
Oh, that's right. You're right. He had the Jay Leno makeup on. Yes. I remember that. There he is there. That's right. There it is here. Right here. That is awesome. Okay. So there you go, guys. We're going to be watching that. All right. Okay. So then that was it. So regarding Frank.
That was some pretty meaty Frank news, though.
Yeah, it's pretty. This, like I said, Agent Smith he's Frank. Oh, he also said that Frank. I said, "What's Frank like in real life?" He goes, "He's everything you think he is." Regarding, he's Frank Stallone. He has no filter, but he's a sweetheart of a guy. And I'm like, you know what? I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it. Frank's harmless.
He is harmless. I don't think he's a. We know, and I told. I almost said his name again. I got to end this segment because I want to say his name. I told him. I said we take the mick out of Frank pretty hard, but we do out of love. And I said we would love to be like, we actually like Frank. We wouldn't do this segment if we actually did like him.
Yeah,
we actually like Frank. But he's a character, and he goes, yeah, he's a character. Anyways, there you go. That's our segment for Frank Stallone.
That concludes another episode of Frank Stallone. Who is this guy?